Hey there, Daryl again. Next fly I'm going to tie is another one that I've been having good luck with on the Sunfish Challenge. And it happens to be the Gill getter. And it's a pretty easy tie. It's a little easier than the first one I just did. So why don't we take a look at it and tie one up. All right. Right, this here's the fly we'll be tying. It's called the Gill getter. It's probably another panfish imitation for a nymph of some type on there. On there, so why don't we go ahead and get started tying it, and the hook I'm going to use is a Kona wet fly nymph hook, WFN, a size 8. And first thing we're going to do is I'm going to use some lead-free 0.020 round wire. 6 to 8 wraps. I like 8 just because I don't know. Just maybe give it a little bit more weight to put it on. You could probably do more than that, but and I'm going to use 140 in Chartreuse or fluorescent green, whatever color you want to call it or have. We'll cover up that lead wire. Trim this off and I'll position my thread where the barb used to be, because I debarbed that hook. Next I'm going to use is some bull elk mane for the tail. And you could use moose mane if you wanted to also. And then I'm going to clean out those fibers, removing the underfur. And pull up and maybe remove some of the shorter ones. And then I'm going to put it in a hair stacker to even up those tips. And I'm going to trim off the little, I've got a little bit too long, it looks like. And then I'm going to position the stacker so that the tips are pointing in the direction that I'm going to lay them down on. And I'm just going to go maybe a little over half on there. And I'm going to use some ultra chenille in fluorescent yellow or fluorescent chartreuse or fluorescent green. And I'm going to expose the core a little bit here so I can just tie the core in. And then I'm going to use some barred round rubber legs in white and chartreuse medium. And I'm going to make these legs look short, maybe slightly longer than an inch. You can make them longer if you want. And then put another pair on the other side. Kind of even them up a little bit. Move the thread to the front. Then we'll wrap that chenille. Fill some of those away I trapped. One wrap in the middle, and we'll finish it off up here at the head. And we'll trim that off. Stretch that back there. We'll try to capture that for that shellback, if you want to call it that. Lock that in, and I'm going to take smaller bites with the scissors. It seemed to get a closer cut. And we'll give it a Chartreuse head. I got give it one whip finish here. Add a little head cement. I'm going to put a little on the shellback to strengthen that up, but also it might cover up that thread back there, and a little bit on the thread there before I do another whip finish. Trim off that. And then I'm going to use my bodkin here to separate these legs. Pull them a little bit. And there we have it. The gill getter, another one of these great flies that have been helping me out catching some big brim and even little ones. All right. Hope you enjoyed that. All right, hope you found that interesting. That's the gill getter. It's another great pattern that I've been using. So I hope that you enjoyed that. That was the gill getter. It's a great pattern. I caught a lot of fish on it, not only little brim or bluegills or whatever, but even small bass or even big bass. So give it a try. It's a great fly. You won't, if you've got neighborhood ponds, it's a great fly for that. All right, I'm Daryl. We'll see you on the water.